All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Peak to Middle School. My name is Narwhal,
My name is Kyle.
and we're joined today by...
Karina.
This is my sister.
Hi.
This is a big day because we've told a lot of stories that involve Karina.
She claims that I've lied in some.
And I need to clear things up. So
Yeah, we need some clarity, and we need to see if you're being truthful, Kyle, because...
I have nothing to hide. I have nothing to hide.
Kyle is just known for lying all the time.
I don't know.
He just lies.
Okay, first of all, I want to say, do people think that we look alike?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I do.
I don't think we do.
I think you look alike, but I don't think it's like some siblings, they look like twins.
Yeah.
I don't think you guys are like that similar. But you definitely
I think
are
we look
siblings.
alike.
Yeah.
It's hard to like look at someone else and say I look like them.
I mean, yeah, it's hard to tell. Like if you grew your hair that long.
Yeah.
Like if you had your third grade hair,
Maybe.
you might look pretty close.
Could be.
I don't know. I think when Kyle had his super long hair, it was like a mushroom.
Yeah, it was a bad look.
I hope I don't look like a mushroom, but
We both rocked that hair for a while together.
That was the thing. And then it was the buzz cut for a while.
Yeah. Okay, right off the bat. Did Kyle not eat poop?
Okay, this
He-
is
no,
the big question. This is
Here.
number one on my
okay.
list.
Okay, it's number one on my list too. And
Tell us
I'm
the
gonna
story.
Start. Okay, so first of all, Kyle did not eat poop.
Good. That's fine. That's good.
He did not put it in his mouth.
Okay.
So
That's a good
So-
why did you tell me that I did?
Okay, so I don't really remember how old I was at elementary school.
Okay.
I
We
had
had
a
a
friend
sandbox.
over. We were in the sandbox.
Okay.
And Kyle was also outside. And I just remember like we found something in the sandbox and we thought we were like, this is definitely like poop.
Yeah.
Like-
Could have been a pine cone.
Could have been
No,
a
it wa-
leopard or like
no.
a mountain lion.
It was definitely poop.
Ugh.
And so we were like, oh my gosh, what should we do with this?
What should we do with this? You just picked it up?
Yeah, I think we were holding it. I don't know.
Ew.
And then we were like, oh, let's give it to Kyle and tell him it's chocolate
Oh.
or something. Even though it's covered in like sand. So
Yeah.
it doesn't even.
I was like
Look.
2 or 3
No,
probably.
Maybe it was
How old,
Kyle's
how,
poop.
how old you?
No.
we sure I didn't poop in this box?
You were like 4, 3.
Okay.
4?
I don't even remember this.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, so I think we just gave it to you and we were like, hee hee hee.
What did I do?
Like, he's
Just hold
holding it. Yeah.
I just held it.
Wow, you just fisted this whole.
So
yeah.
I held
And I
poop.
think you just like kind of like dropped it. And
Okay.
So
See,
he was not easily fooled.
but you did tell me one time that you told that I ate the poop.
okay, but
It's
that's
like
just
the
because
big
like,
fish thing. Sometimes you
Yeah.
tell a story and then you tell it again.
Yeah,
and it
yeah,
gets a little
Exactly.
crazier.
and it's just funny, like the look on your face, like, oh, I made you eat poop, haha. Like-
Yeah, I'm glad that this didn't happen. I remember another time she made me pee in a cup.
Okay. Why was
We
that?
were just taking a bath together
okay,
when we were
when
little.
in all your stories, you say like, Karina made me. Do
Okay, actually,
this.
she just
I
told me to
did
pee in a
not
cup.
make you do anything.
We'll get to
Yeah,
a
see-
story later on where you did make me do something.
I think Kyle, like, wanted to do certain things, and then you were there, so the reason he justifies it
like I
is
secretly wanted to pee in a cup.
Yeah, like she made me do this.
Yeah, well, I peed in a pink cup in the bathtub.
Yeah, I remember that. It's like,
Did I pour it in the bathtub? What did I do with it?
I don't know.
Okay, Karina, do you pee in pools?
No,
What?
Yeah,
No!
that I don't get
No.
that at all.
no.
I
Is
think
that-
you're
is
the
it a
only
guy
person that
thing?
does.
I think my
I
sister
think it's
pees in pools.
Everyone pees in pools.
I have never peed in a pool. In a lake, that's fine.
A lake is dirtier than a
lake-
pool,
I'm
though.
peeing in every
But
lake.
but like, okay, lakes, like pee and poop just like gets in there from like animals and.
So there's
kids,
no
I'm sure.
avoiding it.
But a pool,
Yeah, it's chlorine. all
that
clean.
is so
I
gross.
guess it's more of a confined space.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna pee in someone's private pool.
I will.
Like I'm.
Oh my god.
Dude, no one's gonna know. Even if it's like this really important person, they're never gonna know.
It depends
But-
how many people are in there. If there's a ton of people in there, I might do it. But if I'm the only one, I'm not gonna do
But
it.
imagine,
Which kind
like,
of doesn't make sense.
You're
But
swimming in your own pee. Like that's disgusting.
But like I'm gonna shower after I get out of a pool
yeah,
regardless.
like I get out of a pool feeling gross anyways, because I know there's already pee in there. And
I
now
guess
mine's
I
mixed
was
in.
just living a life of
I guess you're just more
just-
sanitary.
I
Like
don't
think
know.
about how many kids like during swimming lessons. Think about how many kids are in the pool, and like every single kid peed.
Yeah.
You're just swimming in
I did
half
not
pee,
pee.
half pee, half pool.
I
Well,
never
you're the only
peed.
one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you guys ever hear the myth growing up that if you peed in a pool, that the chemicals in the pee would like make it a different color
Yeah,
so
like
that it was
turn,
visible.
like
Yeah.
dark blue or something.
I
Yeah.
heard that, tested it
never-
out, and I realized it wasn't true, so I kept going.
Yeah. Okay. So Kyle didn't eat poop. That's good.
I'm glad.
That's number one.
But I have another story about me eating things.
Okay.
This is one where you did make me do something. Her and our neighbor Allie, which is Max's sister,
Okay.
they tied me up to a chair with jump ropes, and they blindfolded me and force fed me foods that I didn't like.
I remember. I
Whoa.
just remembered something about that. So yeah, we definitely did do that. Like,
Yeah.
hey, but like I don't know.
Yeah.
You
that's
did
what
bad
siblings-
stuff to me too. That's what siblings do. They just
Yeah.
What did I
Can you
do
think of
with
anything
that?
he did to you?
okay. Well, let me just clear up this jump rope story.
Okay. Yeah.
But so we tied him up, and I remember like we took a string cheese
Yes.
and like
You rolled it up in a ball.
like rolled it up and like
It was all
mashed it in
warm.
your face.
What?
They made it all warm in their hand, and then they shoved it in my mouth, and I was like, "What is this warm?"
Wait,
like
you said his face. You put
Guys,
it like on his
no,
forehead.
no, I think like his mouth area.
Oh.
just shoved it in my mouth. I remember spitting that out. I remember getting like ketchup squirted in my mouth, like ranch.
It was fun, you know.
So did you voluntarily sign? Like you're like, yeah, I'll do this.
I think you did.
I think I sat in the chair, but then
Thinking it would
I
be
think
fun.
after the blindfold and the jump rope, I wasn't about it. But I
it's
was
too
tied
late.
up. They started tying me up, and I was like, "Oh, is this part of the game?" Or
Also, like how Kyle has always said, like, "Oh, Karina made me like
you did make me.
no, made me put on girl clothes and like dance around, play with Barbies." Like that was all like Kyle wanted to do.
I
that.
voluntarily played with Barbies. I talked
Yeah.
about poop on the last
I know. I
episode.
just watched that one. Yeah.
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 Shout out to Poop.
Shout out to
Oh
Poop.
gosh.
Swimming
rest
in the ocean
peace.
somewhere.
Yeah.
It's really messed up because
It
he
is.
like we made him just look like a war victim, and my grandpa was camping with us who had been in World War II and
Oh,
like had seen people like that.
No.
Yeah.
So my mom was like, "This is not okay," but we were too young to like realize that. So instead of throwing him away, my mom made us throw him in the ocean,
Just
which
like
is
the worst
so
thing.
Definitely
wrong.
killed some fish.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
some kid just found this GI Joe washed up on beach, looked like he's been in a war,
Scarred for life. Like,
Yeah.
like burn marks on him.
yeah, but like you would dress up with me when I was super young in my ballet stuff, and you would
Oh.
like I had a ballet video, and we would do like all the positions and like the stretches, and then I'll do a little dance.
And I did it.
Yeah,
What? There's a video of
Is
it.
there
No, there's
home videos?
pictures. There's pictures.
Oh. Might need to see some of these.
Didn't know that.
and like
I
at
do know
my-
one picture at grandma's.
oh,
yeah,
I'll show you that
That's
sometime,
not a good one.
John. There's a picture of Kyle like
in a leotard.
in a leotard
Oh, I have some of
with
those.
like purple
Yeah, John has one
like
too.
sequins, and you're just like
Yeah.
I'm kind of rocking it
like
though.
you were but
I was killing
Yeah,
it.
everyone went through that. If you're like multiple years younger than your sister,
Yeah.
and
You dressed up.
that's it was inevitable.
Mhm.
yeah.
I'm curious what my life would be like if I had an older brother instead of a sister. How I would be different as a person.
Yeah.
You know
I mean,
what?
I kind of had an older brother like Paul. He basically just beat me
Yeah.
up.
What would you guys?
I beat you up.
Yeah, that's true.
I remember. I mean, I don't remember you beating him up. I remember you making him cry a lot.
I mean, yeah.
Wait, what would I do?
I just remember. I don't remember exactly. It was always involving like. It was always on your guys' downstairs couch, and it was either involving a board game or like
Oh.
Pokemon or we were playing a game outside and Kyle lost, and then he would start crying and go
Or
inside.
I would get mad
Yeah.
at Karina for not being better at something.
yeah.
Like you would drop a
Yeah,
football and
so
be like, "Oh my God,
stupid.
come on, Karina!"
You were just like every time I did something wrong, because I'm not good at sports. Let's just be real.
Hey, she
I'm
played with
not.
us though.
But I played with you guys all
Yeah.
the time, and it was fun. Like I liked it. It was
Yeah.
fun. But yeah, I'm not the best
This
at
got too competitive.
football.
Yeah, like Kyle was
Like-
really into sports, and then he expects that his sister like
Yeah.
catch these crazy catches.
Yeah, I'm like I'm trying my best, dude.
Yeah.
Well, I was young and I didn't know.
Yeah. But we would like fight a lot.
Yeah, she
A
was a lot
lot.
bigger than like she grew early and I didn't.
Yeah. So,
So
I won all the fights.
She was taller than me until probably like
Now.
sophomore year of high school, maybe.
Yeah.
Um,
So I would always win by just like sitting on him or like pinning him down.
Oh yeah, did you ever pin him down and do the thing where you like spit and then
Well,
bring it back up before it falls in his mouth?
she I don't know if she did that,
Yes.
but she pinned me down and she was sick, and she was laughing,
Yeah.
What'd she
and she
call?
slobbered in my mouth, or slobbered in my eye.
Ew.
There's like drool went in my eye.
Did you get sick?
I
after
did
that?
get sick.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh.
I still remember it. It was in the kitchen.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So did Kyle have any nicknames growing up? Other like we know Chug, but did you guys, you or your mom, have any kind of secret nicknames or anything?
Carl
Yeah, a lot of
Carl.
people in my family call me Carl.
and Wood Piece.
Wood piece? What's that from?
Oh.
Yeah, my cousin when she was younger, I was gonna like babysit them, and I was talking trash. I was like, I'm gonna make you do a bunch of chores, and then she's like, well, you're a wood piece, because there was a fire like a fireplace
So
right there, and she
random.
just looked in the fire, and she was looking for a comeback, and she called me a wood piece,
Damn.
and we're all
Yeah.
like, what?
So Wood Piece.
So it stuck.
Okay.
So wood piece, Carl, and Chug.
that's pretty good. Okay.
Yeah.
But I have the worst nicknames.
Yeah. What are yours?
She gets mad because I call her Karina instead of Karina.
Oh, God, it's so annoying.
So I call her Karine. Call her Katrinka.
Like, where does that even come from?
Do a ton of people call you Katrina? Or
Oh,
what's the,
gosh.
how
Like,
do people mess up your name? the most?
Growing up, it was always Katrina.
Yeah.
And
That'd be so
I hate it. Or like Katerina, Katrina,
Have you ever got like
Karina,
Karina? Yeah, Karina.
or like Karen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Karen.
Yeah.
Karen A.
Yeah.
Karen
Yeah.
A.
It's so annoying.
Okay.
I have a story about the cup. Do you want to talk about the cup story?
Oh, can I tell it?
Yeah, you can tell it.
please?
This is
All
like
right.
my most violent story.
Oh.
Yes. Okay. So basically, when Kyle was younger, he was just a Tasmanian devil or something. Like
I
when
feel like we all were.
he
I would get my
like
rage spells.
he got so mad sometimes. Like it was scary. It just came out of nowhere, and he got this look in his eyes, like he was about to like
He was
hurt
gonna kill
you,
someone.
like kill
It's
someone.
because you'd
It was
push
scary.
me around, you'd pin me down, and then I would get
Yeah,
into rage
okay,
mode.
whatever,
Nothing
whatever.
could stop me.
So one time we were watching a Disney Channel original movie.
I don't remember this part, but okay.
We
Which
were
movie was it?
I don't know. I was trying to think of it. But there was an actor in that movie, and I thought he was in another movie.
I so remember this.
I thought I was like, oh my gosh, that's the guy from whatever.
Yeah.
and I
you
knew
were
it
like,
wasn't.
you were like, no, there's no way, and I was like, yeah, and he's like, want to bet? And I'm like, yeah, let's bet.
So we
and
bet
it was like
$20.
No, I think it was like $50.
Oh.
It was
geez,
like
you
a
guys
big-
didn't
I
have
want my
to-
It
money.
was, I know, it was a big bet. It was like, because I was sure I was right.
And I knew I was right.
And so then we looked it up. I was wrong. He was right. And so I guess I owed him
Yeah.
$50. But I was like, there's no way I'm going to pay him
Yeah.
$50. Like, so
A bet's a bet.
I was just like, no, I'm not giving you $50. And then you got so mad that I was so scared. I ran to my room. Luckily it had a lock on it. So I locked myself in my
yeah,
room.
lucky for you.
Yeah. And
Did he start pounding the door?
yes, he was pounding on the door.
Kicking.
And he took his cup,
My baseball cup.
his baseball cup.
The one in that photo.
Probably.
Not the same one, but like a smaller
Yeah.
one from when I was younger.
Yeah.
And he started just like chipping away at my door.
With
I was
Pounding
pounding
the
the
door.
door with this
And
cup.
so during this time,
Why the cup? You could have got like a
It was the first thing.
knife or like a hammer.
Well, that's too much. That's an actual weapon.
I called my mom and I was like, Mom, I'm scared of Kyle. He's going to kill me. And so she's like, it's fine, whatever. And I think I just stayed in my room for like an hour or two and then came out and it was fine.
I
But
just remember like waiting outside your door for like 10 minutes.
And then
yeah.
eventually just giving up.
And I was like, this isn't happening.
I
I'm not
feel
getting
like-
my money.
I feel like you guys' mom was so chill. Like, I don't ever remember
Yeah.
your mom like yelling at you guys or like.
No,
I feel like she was always just like, they'll figure it out.
Yeah.
pretty much.
We never really got like in trouble ever. Like we never got stuff taken away from us.
Never got actually grounded.
We got
No.
like sent to our rooms.
Oh.
And that's more like to chill,
Yeah.
you know?
But that was like when we were really young. And after that, it was mostly just stop watching TV.
Yeah. Did you guys ever have like a limit on how much?
Oh, we had so many fights about the limit. It was just, we had a
All
2
of
hour
our
limit
fights started
with the TV.
over the TV or video games.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually remember when I would come over, it was like the first 2 hours we got there, we'd play video games.
Yeah.
And then
And then Karina storms in.
the time Karina's like,
Your
my
2 hours are
turn.
up.
Yeah,
And
my turn.
And so then we would be like, all right, that's when we would go outside and start playing like
Yeah.
basketball or cops.
But then there'd be some times where I would have a friend over and my 2 hours could get extended, and then Karina would get mad about it, or like I would want to use a TV, but Karina's like, my 2 hours aren't done yet.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh.
Yeah. A lot of fights would start that way.
Yeah, we
and
only had one
especially
TV.
when I was in high school and like
And I was trying to play
We got
Xbox.
an Xbox, and so I was like obsessed with Skyrim. And
Oh,
so I was
Skyrim was
playing
so
Skyrim
fun.
like honestly for like 4 hours every day
Yeah.
probably,
And
or
I was
even
just trying
longer.
to play some MW3.
And Kyle was trying to play his games, and it was like
no.
and that was also the time when Kyle was growing more, so like
What?
no, like you were like as tall as me. So
Oh.
like when we got into fights, I was like scared.
Like he could
of-
finally
Yeah,
kinda-
he could like hurt me. So
Yeah.
it was like, ugh.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with me.
Did you guys share? Did you have an Xbox Live account? Did you guys share one, or
We
did
use
you
the
just?
same. She just used. Well, she
I
didn't
never
like play with
used
people.
live.
She just played with Skyrim.
I just
Yeah.
played by myself.
Yeah, single player stuff. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta talk about this. You like did not want to shower for the longest time.
Oh,
I literally talked
You-
about I talked about this on the last episode.
So our episode that went up before this episode, if you guys
Yeah.
are listening, the one before this, Kyle mentions, but I wrote this down. He said he went a week and a half without showering. Was that longer or was that accurate?
That is so gross.
Yeah, that was a bad.
I
bad
never
time.
remembered like how long he went without showering, but I
Yeah.
remember
It was over a week. I know
That is so disgusting. He would like come
Oh.
home from baseball practice and just like be like, "Mom, I don't want to shower, please. I don't want to." And I'm like, I could like smell him when he came
Ew,
in, and it was
what a
like,
gross kid.
dude, just get in the shower, like,
It takes like 5 minutes.
and it like feels
weird.
good. It's like like
I
you
don't know.
clean yourself up.
I
and
love
it's
showering
relaxing.
now. I can't start my day without a shower now.
Would you, like when you didn't like to shower, if you did take a shower, did you feel good after? Or were you like, oh, that was such a waste of.
I don't even know. I don't know why I was so against showering. I think
Dude,
I just
I don't know.
didn't. I just would rather do other things.
Okay.
I'd rather occupy myself doing something else. Like
Yeah.
I'd rather play video games
Yeah.
than shower.
Ew.
Is there any things about Kyle that maybe he might not want to admit that, like when it comes to your guys' differences,
Yeah.
similarity or differences, what about Kyle, like what are your pet peeves about Kyle? What do you like about him? Let's do both.
Okay.
You could
that's a
start
good
with
one.
the nice things. Like what is good about Kyle?
That's a good question. What is good about me?
No, I think you're very like chill, like
I'm pretty
relaxed.
chill. Yeah, except for when I
And-
like rage. But
No,
I
but
haven't
you don't
raged in
do
a
that
while.
anymore.
I don't
feel
know.
like
You didn't see me when me and mom were trying to get the dryer out. I was about to punch a hole through that glass door.
But like, but I feel like now I rage way more than you do.
yeah,
Like, and so it like kind of flipped.
yeah.
And I
True.
feel, and let's see what else. We have the same sense of humor, I feel like, for the most part.
Mm.
So we both like find things, like stupid things funny.
Yep,
That's good.
And like, I don't know.
that's it.
I was gonna
I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
you're cool. I don't know.
Hey, all right.
I was gonna
I'll take
say,
it.
I wanted to mention earlier. You talked about how you thought some actor was in a certain movie,
Yeah.
and you were convinced that he was, and Kyle was convinced he wasn't.
Uh-huh.
Still, Kyle, that happens between Kyle and I a lot. But even when I'm wrong, I'll just keep saying like, "Oh no, I'm right,"
Yeah.
just to piss him off.
Yeah.
and
It's
he
hard.
gets-
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
gets so
Kyle
angry.
doesn't like when he's wrong.
No,
about
it's not that
stuff.
it's not that I'm wrong. It's just when I know I'm right and someone else won't admit that they're wrong.
yeah.
That's when it's like when I'm so sure of something and I know 100% that I'm right, and someone else is like, "No, I don't think so." That's when I like.
Especially about sports stuff.
Yeah.
Like when we
Yeah.
go to like games or something together, and Kyle like hears someone say something about a
Oh,
player,
I get
and
so annoyed at games.
oh my god, it's like chill out.
I don't like. Yeah, but I don't confront people.
Yeah.
That's
but-
when I'll actually do it the most, is when I know it's something that he's knowledgeable in, and that I'm sure he has the right answer.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, this player kind of sucks. He's like, are you kidding me? Have you seen his batting average?
Yeah. Or like I'm curious how you thought of Kyle growing up, because in like middle school and high school, from my perspective, I always thought he was super like outgoing, had a ton of friends, like popular, like just so like talkative. I don't know. Like
Literally the opposite of that.
the opposite.
it's so weird because I feel like now I do see like I feel like we're both introverted, but I'm more like I could talk to people who are.
If you're on a bus, a public transportation, will you
Yeah.
talk to strangers? Will you start a conversation?
Depends, yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
Or like, especially like if I'm in line at a store, line at a restaurant, or like whatever, I'll talk to people.
Yeah.
But mainly if they talk to me first. But
Yeah.
I'll talk to people, and like living abroad, it forces you to just like you have to talk to
to get
a
by.
bunch of people just to survive. So it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that. So, you live in where? Spain?
in Madrid.
Okay. What's it like?
Yeah.
Okay,
What's
well,
different?
Okay, I want to hear your stereotypes about Spain. What do you when you hear Spain? What do you think about?
I've never been
Pau
to Spain.
Gasol.
I don't know.
Okay.
I just think people dress really like fancy, like spend a lot of money on
Yeah.
clothes.
Okay.
I feel like there's no fat people there.
Yeah.
Like I don't think anyone's fat.
Well, I've been there, so I know some things.
But like, if you think about stereotypes about Spain, does anything come to mind or no?
I feel like people aren't very nice. I don't know. Like I think
they all have brown hair.
Yeah.
I've never been there, so it's hard to say.
Yeah.
But
They're like white people, but they're brown hair.
Yeah.
I feel like I get every part of Europe mixed up because I don't know the differences between any of them.
Yeah.
So to me, Spain is just like anywhere else.
Yeah, see, like before I knew about it, it's like I know it's one of the European countries, but I didn't know a ton about it. I just felt like it was just one of the average countries.
This is gonna
Average.
Just like
sound,
it's just an average.
really, really bad. But in my head, I don't know any differences between like England and Spain. It's just like they're just the same to me.
That is pretty bad. I don't know.
What?
It's just like I don't know.
You're uncultured.
I just think they're the same.
Oh.
What does that mean though?
Just nothing's different. Like they'd
They
be the
speak
same type of people.
they speak
I know,
Spanish in
I know.
Spain.
Other than like the language, it's just like same type of people, same vibe, same lifestyle. Is that?
I don't even know what that means.
No.
I don't either. I've never been there. I'm just saying. Like if I had to guess,
What about like the food? If you think of Spanish food, what do you think of? I know Kyle knows,
I already
but I
know,
want to
yeah.
ask you.
Yeah, what's a Spanish dish?
The only places I've been that speak Spanish is in Mexico, and the dishes in Mexico are probably way different than
They're very different.
the dishes in Spain.
Yeah.
Do they eat like slugs or snails?
What? That's France. Escargot.
France,
Escargot.
France. Okay,
Yeah.
so you
Oh yeah, I eat slugs every day in
See,
Spain.
see France and Spain. What's the difference?
Oh my god.
French and Spanish.
I've
Yeah,
been to
it's a
France
lot.
once, but like, when I was there, I was like, oh, this is what Spain's like. So okay, so no snails.
No snails.
What do you think they eat?
Like a lot of like calamari.
Oh yeah.
Calamari?
Yeah.
Okay.
Calamari. Uh-huh.
Wait, what's
Tons,
calamari.
tons of pasta.
No.
That's
No.
Italy. That's Italy, dude.
Nah, dude.
Yeah, I don't
They
know.
have a
That's
very famous like meat.
meat.
Yes.
I'm clueless. What is it?
Jamon, like ham.
Oh, is that
They
when
have-
they shave that leg?
Yes.
Dude,
Oh
Our first
my
night in
God.
Spain, we get there. What am I saying?
We get
Actually, no.
we get there.
Actually, wait, this was in Berlin, but I guess they had the same thing in
Oh,
Spain.
but no, that's different.
Oh, okay.
No, it's
Anyways, what I remember is this: we walk into this, like, is it Turkish? Okay.
Yes.
Anyways, we walk into this food place, and then it's just this like it looks like
It's
a
kebab.
deli.
It's kebab.
Yeah, it's kebab. It looks like a deli, and they have this just big leg, like
Okay.
this big meat leg.
But
And when they give you their food, they just shave the leg off, like a little bit of meat off this
fuck?
leg.
That's
It's like a
different
cooked
than
leg
jamon,
that's
though.
rotating.
That's not jamon.
okay.
Hamon's ham, right?
Jamon, yeah,
Is it
but
just regular
in
ham?
Spain they have shops full of legs.
Ew.
It's just it is so disgusting. Like, and it smells.
Ew.
And so they have all these legs just hanging.
Ew.
So
Why
gross.
legs?
Are they like? Is it just like there's just one flavor, one type, or is
It's
there
just-
varieties of
it's-
jamon?
It's just legs.
Different seasoning.
It's like it's like Iberian ham. Like, so it's native to Spain.
And when they get it off, it's like this little
They
device
slice
that he
it.
has, and he just goes.
The legs, like, I can't deal with it. Like, So most of their tapas, like the famous food.
Yeah, do you know what tapas are, John?
No.
Oh my gosh.
I've never been there. Why would
Tapas,
I know?
I didn't
tapas
know
are like
before.
small dishes that come with, usually if you order like a glass of wine or something, they give you free little snacks to munch on or whatever.
So tapas is like a category of food, like an appetizer.
It could be like any type of food, but yeah, it's sort of more like appetizer-y.
It's kind of like, so for example, me and Chief went to a bar, ordered a beer, and they gave us tapas. So they gave us like these potatoes, like these little chicken things, or I don't know.
Wait, so I'm confused. So tapas is just like a name for like a thing. It's not a certain type of food.
It's just
like a category.
of food. It's like appetizers.
Okay.
Are a type of food,
Yeah.
sort of. Yeah.
Okay.
Tapas.
But like the ham, ugh.
You don't like it? You don't like
Okay, so I had just a really bad experience when I was actually on a bus to Portugal, and we stopped right by the border of Spain and Portugal, and we had a chance to like get some food, then get back on the bus. So I got a jamon like sandwich. It's just very typical. It's just bread and ham. Like that's it.
Yeah.
And oh my god, just the place we were in, it was hot.
Ew, hot ham sandwich.
Flies were everywhere. The leg was just right next to me. So I have the leg here. The dude is like shaving it off, and I get this huge sandwich just full of it. And it's like flies are like flying over it, and it's so like.
Did you get sick from it? Did you get like
a
disease?
So
It
no,
sounds
I
like
just
diseases.
felt so gross that I was like, I couldn't even like eat all of it. And after
Ham
that, I
disease.
was like,
Yeah. Okay, so from what it sounds like they don't have very good food.
They also don't.
oh no, they do potatoes.
Yeah, they have a lot
So
of
they're big into
a lot of
potatoes.
potatoes. Not a lot of flavor. It's all pretty bland, I feel like.
Except for like
There were some spicy potatoes that were actually kind of good.
patatas bravas are like spicy.
Also paella is a really popular Spanish dish, right?
What's that?
Not in Madrid, but
It's like Barcelona.
no.
Okay, well, that's where we had it.
So like, okay.
What's paella?
Has rice in it and like
Prawns.
usually like prawns.
Whoa.
And
It's just like
seafood.
mixed together.
it's so good.
Okay.
That's like the biggest Spanish food, I feel like.
Well, yeah, I was going to ask. So let's say for America, it's like a cheeseburger. So what's like the equivalent for Spain? Like what is the food?
What is the cheeseburger of Spain?
Oh my gosh. I would say anything with the ham, jamon.
Ew.
Jamon
Oh,
and
Hamburger.
potatoes. Like
Hamburger. Whoa.
and they have croquetas, which I think you
Croqueta.
tried. It's like a little ball with like fried cheese ball pretty much.
What was the thing that I almost threw up?
Oh,
there
it was
was
a tapa like with bread and a sardine.
Oh.
They love sardines there.
Dude, it was so. I didn't want to be
thought
rude.
they're kind of good.
Everyone kept offering it to me, and I didn't want to be rude because we were with like her roommates, and I had just met them, and I didn't want to be the guy that's like, no, I don't want to try that. So I was like, sure, I'll try this. And instantly, I'm just like,
did you get it down?
I got it down, but like
Ooh.
I had to just back out of the conversation and just like lean back and like really focus on my chewing and just like think about something else.
Oh my gosh.
And I almost
So
just
hilarious.
lost it all over the table.
Ew.
Just can't eat seafood.
Also like wine, like red wine and like sangria and
What was that other?
tinto de verano.
Yeah, Tinto. I like Tinto.
Yeah. Don't kids start drinking when they're like 16 or 14 or
Six.
something?
Yeah, it's pretty young. Yeah, they drink when they're 6. Like all my students drink, you know.
Yeah. Yeah,
Really?
speaking of,
No.
so you're a teacher.
Yes.
What exactly do you do?
In Spain?
Yeah. Like what would you
So-
say, like an average person was like, what do you do?
So I'm a language assistant pretty much.
Okay.
So it's different for everyone, but at my school I am with like 3 grades and I just go around, I have a schedule and I do whatever the teacher wants me to do. Sometimes that means teaching the whole lesson and the teacher goes off and like takes a phone call, which lasts like 50 minutes.
Yeah.
So I'm alone with the kids.
Like a personal phone call?
Yeah.
Oh, that's clutch.
Or sometimes I'm just like standing there and the teacher teaches and they don't need me. Or
Okay.
sometimes I take groups out and I do language activities with them, and
So it's an English speaking school?
it's a bilingual school. So half their classes are in Spanish, half are in English.
Question.
Yes.
Is every school bilingual school there?
No.
Like, do they all learn English?
Yes, they all learn English, but like it's
Not as much.
There's like Catholic schools, and it's different.
So if you're just like in an average public school in Madrid, just like the average kid, how much English do you learn, or like are they forced to learn?
You learn quite a bit. You start from when you're like super young, preschool, and you just continue, and then you take exams before you get into your high school. So so you're supposed to be at a certain level, but then
Wait, is it the kind of thing where you test into high schools?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's kind of sad. It was really sad.
Like
To
splitting up
see
people?
sixth grade, my sixth grade students just being so like sad to leave
the
each
smarter
other.
kids go to certain schools and the less smart kids go to different schools?
So like a nerd school? And
Kind of.
Dang.
idiot school?
No. But yeah.
So, okay, wait. So, you're an assistant for like the main teacher,
Yeah.
and is half the day in English, half the day in Spanish?
So I only go to the English classes. So
Okay.
I can only speak English there. I can't speak any Spanish to my kids.
Oh.
Which
even though you're fluent in, are you fluent?
no, I'm not fluent. I'm trying. I'm getting
But
there.
like you're.
But yeah,
To most people, you're basically fluent.
I guess. But
Bueno.
like I don't know. I lost my train of thought.
Okay. Wait. So, okay. I have a question about just speaking Spanish.
Okay.
So you're at a point where, like you said, you're not fluent, but you're very good at Spanish.
Okay.
So when you speak Spanish, are you at a point now where you don't actually have to like think in your head of translating things from English to Spanish? Like,
'Cause that's what I do.
Just have two separate categories in your brain, or every time you hear something, are you translating it from English to Spanish, then processing it, and then?
No. Okay. So it's very weird for me personally. Like understanding Spanish is pretty easy.
Okay.
If I'm having a conversation with someone, it's just me and them, and there's not a lot of background noises.
Yeah.
I can understand pretty much everything they're saying, without kind of translating it in my head, and that's really cool.
Yeah.
But speaking it is so different for me, like because I can pretty much get by with like conversation, but then if there's something I just don't know how to say, I get so stuck.
Yeah.
And it's so hard for me to figure out how to explain it. So speaking for me is like way harder than everything else.
That's how it is for me too.
Yeah.
Are there still a lot of words, just slang words or things expressions they say that you haven't heard before that you're just clueless about?
Yeah, like that's kind of the hardest part, because I mean, I was in Mexico for my study abroad, and the way they speak there is so different than the way they speak in Spain.
Yeah.
And just like slang, everything, and the way they talk, accent, it was so like, oh, like weird.
Yeah.
Oh, for example, like the word for juice. Kyle,
Oh, yeah.
do you know the word for juice in Spanish?
I don't remember like
Jugo.
hardly anything. Oh
Okay,
yeah.
so growing up,
That's what I learned it as.
I learned like jugo, like the name, like Hugo. It's so weird. And so it was my first week in Madrid, and I really wanted some orange juice. They have the best orange juice
They have
in
really good
Spain.
orange juice.
Oh my god,
Super good.
It's so good. Like,
Okay.
So I ordered like some jugo de naranja, like orange juice.
Yeah.
And the guy looks at me. He's just like, okay, like what is that?
Yeah.
He just did not understand, and I was like, I'm saying juice. Like what's the
Yeah.
issue? But no, in Spain they say zumo.
Yeah.
It's totally different word.
And
Totally
I did the
different
exact
word.
same thing. The one time I tried to order in Spanish,
You messed it
I
up.
messed it up. I just said Jugo de Naranja. And she's like, Jugo? And then Karina's like, it's Thumo. And then I thought it was Thugo. And then I said
No.
Thugo. And then she laughed even more. And I was like, this is why I don't try to speak Spanish.
No, but they also have like a not like a lisp, but they
Yeah, they have a lisp.
so
Okay, Barcelona.
so like okay, fumo is spelled Zumo. So you
Zumo.
would think it's like sumo,
Zomo.
Yeah.
but they like do like fumo.
Oh. Okay. They all kind of have that.
Yes, and it's
accent?
so cool. It's like como estás? Like
Oh.
they don't like do
I have
like
a
that.
question. Is it true in your experience that European women have armpit hair? Because that's like
Oh.
such a stereotype that I've never noticed.
Okay, I feel like European women are so beautiful. Oh my God. I don't know. Their fashion sense, they just look so much more put together. They look so
True.
nice. They always have like nice makeup on.
Yeah, they're always
And
dressed up.
I feel like most of them like shave everything.
No.
I feel like.
Maybe it was like in the 80s or
But
something.
maybe, I don't know.
Just let it ride.
I've heard Australian women have a lot of arm hair.
A lot of arm.
I don't know if that's true.
So random.
That's the most random.
Like, no,
place.
it's just like it's more noticeable than on other girls, apparently.
But you can't even be Australian descent.
Yeah, that's weird.
Wait, yeah, you can.
No, because the Australian people are from like England or whatever.
Well, I know, but if your family has been in Australia for a few generations, I would consider you Australian.
But your ethnicity is not American, John.
No, I know.
But like you're not getting your genes from your American ancestors.
Yeah, that's strange.
know.
I've never heard that.
So do they? Well, one thing you asked about, like stereotypes. What I would think about Spain is everybody just less stressed there about life.
Yes.
Because I feel like everything is more laid back.
It is, and it's so nice. It is like so weird coming back here and seeing how people like act and what they do. I feel like people in Spain, like most people think of the siesta, like the nap time during the day, which people don't really like take naps a lot. Like
so everyone takes a nap at
but
the same time.
but there's a time during the day where a lot of stores close and they just have time for themselves to do whatever.
Yeah.
Like
kinda
relax, go shopping, do
Wait,
what
in
they
the
need
middle
to do.
of the day?
Yeah. Like
Oh.
afternoon, after like lunch. So lunch starts around like 1, 2.
Okay.
And then after that, it's like relax a little.
Yeah, they eat way later too.
And then they open their shops back up for dinner at like 8 or 9.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's so much more relaxed, and I feel like the kids are more relaxed. The kids spend more time with their families,
Yeah.
and it's really cool.
Is there a lot of homework, or how intense is the school for the average kid?
Yeah, they have homework, but it's not, I don't know. I feel like they get more homework than I would give here.
Really?
Yeah. But
Oh, I always
but
thought
it's like
it was the other way around.
yeah, maybe for high school it's different. But
There's some
being in
countries
an
you get
elementary school, it's like they get kind of a lot.
Yeah.
And they're very strict in Spain. The teachers
when it comes
yell.
to
The teachers yell.
Can they slap? Do they slap them?
No.
Oh,
No.
that'd be nice.
No, that's different. I'm thinking, no.
Oh, that'd be sick.
I'd love to slap a little kid. Sometimes they deserve it.
Dude. No. I would never slap a little kid
Do the
unless it was
kid-
like my brother.
Wait, so
Slap me all the time.
so when the teacher starts kind of yelling, sometimes do kids start crying?
Oh, kids have cried a lot.
What a bunch of wimps.
But it's okay. It's sort of strange because it works. The teachers just go off on kids, like
God.
publicly, just in front of the class, like humiliate them and like just drag them
Do
down.
they throw like personal attacks, like you're ugly and you're stupid, or is it more just like
No.
you're disrespectful?
Yeah.
Okay.
If like, and it depends on the teacher. Like, but from my experience, pretty much all of them, especially like 3rd and 4th grade teachers, they yell and just drag the kid down, and the kids and all the
God.
kids are just like staring at
Yeah.
them, and then the kid starts crying, and then they get sent to a different class.
Oh, I feel like kids need that though sometimes.
But it totally works, and the kids still respect the teachers,
toughen
and they
them up.
love the teachers, so it all works.
yeah.
But I don't think that would work here.
Yeah. I think it's different
all the
if the
parents.
teacher truly cares about the student and actually wants the student to succeed, then they're yelling at them for like a reason.
Yeah,
Whereas
totally.
if the teacher, there's some teachers here who are just assholes,
Yeah.
don't give a shit, and then
Yeah.
yell because they're angry.
Yeah.
That doesn't really help, I feel like.
Oh yeah, no. So, but I don't know, it works.
Do you have any funny or like just crazy stories about teaching? Like, have you ever like had a kid like sing a song or like do a backflip in class or just like anything where it's just
Sing
like
a song.
Did
I
you
don't
say
know.
you had like a story about some kid when you were teaching that you wanted to say?
Yes. It was during my student teaching. So this was back when I was teaching in Burlington in Washington.
Okay.
And so I was doing my student teaching, so I'm working with another teacher. But for me to like graduate and get my certificate, I have to send in just a huge amount of work called the TPA. So I have to do all my written lesson plans. I have to film myself teaching, all of that.
Yeah.
So my class is just a lot, let's just say. So I'm doing my math lesson. This is my first day filming, maybe. And I was already nervous.
Okay.
And the kids have seen the camera before. So I have to bring a whole camera in, like the ones you use.
Yeah.
And so obviously the kids are like, oh my gosh, what's that? And they're like making faces with the camera, like trying to touch it. And I'm like, oh my God. So I have like 10 minutes to kind of explain to them about the lesson. I have a poster and I'm like, this is what we're doing today.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah. Asking them some questions. And in the corner of my eye, I just see like Wyatt and another kid. Just some kids like doing whatever.
Yeah.
And I didn't really pay attention because I'm like, you know what? If I try to fix this, it's not going to work. I just need to like get through this part and then we do something else.
Yeah.
So then when I rewatch all my footage, I see one kid is laying on his back.
Like on his desk?
On the ground. So we're all sitting on the ground.
Oh, okay.
One kid is like laying on his back while his friend is like giving him like CPR or something. He's just like chest compressions like this for like 5 minutes.
On his back?
No, on his stomach. He's like laying on his back.
Okay.
He's like on his stomach like and they're just laughing. They're having fun. They're like on top of each other just like
Yeah.
What?
And I'm like,
Maybe
and that's
he needed CPR and you missed it.
That is in my whole like TPA video
Dang,
that I sent in to
Oh.
professionals
What if
to
they
watch.
What if they think that like he was having a heart
And you
attack
were just
needed-
neglecting
No, they were laughing. It was just so like obvious, like, and it's right in the corner. So they could have been cut off, but it was right in the corner, and it was just like.
So if you weren't recording, do you think in a normal day would you have stopped and like got them to pay attention and then continued, or does that just make things worse? If you
Depends. I would have stopped it. I mean, had them sit in different areas,
Yeah.
but when I was filming, I was already so nervous that I was like, you know what, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let it go. But then that's the video I had to like send in, and I was
Dang.
like, whatever.
Did you have to watch it with them? Or did
With the kids?
No,
No,
with the
with
like
the
people you sent it into.
No, just sent
okay.
it in. And hey, I got high scores. So you know what? It doesn't really matter. You just have to reflect and be like,
Maybe they
all right,
didn't see
next
the CPR.
time,
I'll stop the
make sure-
CPR.
Yeah, I'll stop the kids from like giving chest compressions. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just weird.
Are there? So you said there's certain names that you just like kind of have a bad taste with now. Are there certain kids who are just gems that you're like, wow, I
All
love
right.
that name now?
Let me just be real. The kids that I like the most are like the troublemakers.
Oh.
The
Interesting.
kids who you would think like the teacher's pets, I think are the most annoying. Because
Same.
they're constantly like trying to talk to you, trying to like be your friend, which is cute. Like it's cute, but it's like to an extent.
It's like, make a different friend.
But like the kids that are troublemakers, you spend the most time with them because you're like trying to get to know them, build the relationship so you can help them be a better
Yeah.
kid, you know? So then you get to know them so well, you're like, oh, like this kid's great, but he or she just has some issues they need to work out. But
Yeah.
then it becomes like a challenge, and it's like, yeah, I want to take this kid and like see if I can make a good change.
Yeah.
You ever have any kids like poop in class? Or
No,
like pee their
but
pants?
pee their pants, yeah.
Oh.
It's like
How do you
sad.
Is it kind of your duty to like
Clean
deal
them
with
up?
that, or
You have to like change them.
Oh God. Well, I'm never with the younger kids. Like I don't really like working with kindergarten, first grade. So the only time it happened was with like a third grader.
That's a
feel like
little
that's a
old.
little-
It's a little old to pee your pants.
And that was when I was in Spain. So I think I just sort of told the teacher, and I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah, like, you guys can deal with
this
it.
happened, and then she was like, all right, whatever.
yeah.
Just let her
No,
ride.
like let him go down to the like nurse
Yeah.
and get
How do you
changed.
pee your pants? I've just never.
Hey,
Gotten to
you
that
know,
point.
sometimes you get nervous.
I peed my pants.
One time I was in
You
a
peed your pants?
Yes.
When was that? Was I there?
No, it was in Madrid.
like
So
recently.
as a 23-year-old, 24-year-old adult, you peed your pants
Yes, I did.
like completely.
No, but like
Just, like,
a
little
lot.
bit.
And it was at my school too.
Ooh.
So you were the one who peed your pants in class.
Yeah.
In class?
No, but I was with a student. All right, maybe I'll just
You
tell
peed
the
your
story.
pants with a
You
student?
know what? Okay.
What happened?
You guys, okay. Maybe this is TMI, but I don't really care. So,
No, hit us with it.
I
okay.
don't know if I
Well,
want to hear this.
if you have any female viewers, they will understand.
They pee easier.
No,
Oh.
they will understand. Maybe you guys don't.
Okay.
But if you ever have a UTI,
Oh.
You have to
it
pee all
is
the time.
so hard to hold it in. One day I was like, teaching, doing whatever. I was doing one-on-one speaking exams.
Okay.
So I had one of my favorite students with me. It was just me and him in like a room. And so I was like asking questions. He was talking about some pictures. And then it's just out of nowhere. I'm like, oh my God, I have to pee so bad. And like these tests are like 5 minutes long. So I'm like, I can hold it for 5 minutes. And then just I couldn't. And I was like, I just like got up and I was like, I'm so sorry. Like I gotta go to the bathroom. I just ran.
And this kid's like,
And this kid's just sitting there like and so yeah, then I definitely like peed my pants a little. Luckily I was wearing like a long sweater so I could like cover up. But it was
not too bad.
terrible.
That's not really like your fault though. There's not a lot you can
But it was so embarrassing and I came back and I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like, you know those times you just like gotta go. And he's like he didn't know what was going on. He's like, and yeah, it was just like bad.
wow.
Hey, well.
But it happens,
Yeah.
Can't say I've ever peed my pants.
Overall, do you want to live in Spain forever? Is Spain like your favorite place?
Spain is awesome. I didn't think I would like love it that much, but overall, like Spain's so cool. I think everyone should go there. Living there, I don't know if I would like live there my whole life.
Okay.
Maybe like a different city in Spain. I would live there for a little bit, like try it out. But no, I don't see myself living in the same place my whole life. So
Where
Like
you're going,
any same place? You
Yeah.
see yourself just kind of moving around?
yeah,
like a nomad,
yeah.
Oh.
Maybe.
Whoa. hunter-gatherer, living off the land.
Yeah.
Nice.
No residency, just like moving every
No,
week?
no, not like that. But like, I don't want to be in the same place my whole life. It's like
Yeah.
kind of boring.
Like,
I know Kyle was telling me you want to get a van and just travel around. Like, I would
Yeah.
totally do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dope.
you guys could be van buddies.
Kyle, you could
Yeah.
also get your own van.
No,
we
I'm
could
not-
all be van
I'm
buddies.
not gonna
Yeah,
do that.
that'd be
I'll
weird,
live in a
but-
house, but we could all just travel the world together.
Yeah.
You could get one of those trucks that has a trailer, and then you buy like a movable house. Like,
Oh,
have you ever
oh,
seen
I would
houses going down
totally
the
do
highway?
that, yeah.
But you just live with it on the trailer. Like, you never
Ew,
actually
that's
set it down
weird.
somewhere.
Like, here's my house. It's just on the back of this trailer.
Don't they do that with like the tiny houses, like to
Yeah.
move them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, would you live in a tiny home?
Oh, I would.
Well, how tiny is his home?
Have you seen? There's shows about
They're
them.
so
I have,
cool.
but like,
Like-
the size of this.
Like from
garage.
this end of this
Yeah.
table to the wall would be like.
That's
the
basically a
home.
van, though. That's too tiny for me. I need a little more space. I gotta be able to
Really?
stretch out and do like.
You
You
could
can
stretch,
out outside.
Yeah.
You know?
I know, but I gotta have room for activity. It's indoors. What if it's raining?
You just move somewhere where it doesn't rain.
Go to a library.
Where do I shower?
And you have a shower in your tiny home.
Yeah, they have showers.
Oh.
It's like everything's so compact and
but
it
I
all
take a
fits in a
dump.
certain way.
Take a dump and it smells up my whole tiny home.
That's why you have windows in your bathroom. Just open the window and close the bathroom.
Yeah, but sometimes it just doesn't do the
Or
trick.
don't poop. Just only poop
Just
at
poop
other
outside.
places.
Poop outside.
Oh yeah, I've done that. I did
Live
that
in the woods.
I
and
did that in
just-
Sweden. Do you remember that? I
You
pooped
pooped-
on an island.
What did you
What?
wipe with? Wipe with a
They
leaf?
brought toilet paper, but I
Oh.
pooped on an island. We were on a
I
boat.
don't remember that.
and I
You
buried
were
it.
on a boat?
Yeah, when the first time we were there in Sweden with
Why?
Tobias
Wait.
in the summer
Okay. So
at their summer home. They had a boat. And we
You
went.
pooped on the boat?
No, we went to an island, and we were there, like just hanging out on this island, and I had to poop.
So where'd you poop?
Like there was some trees, and like I pooped by a tree, and then we buried it with rocks, and I wiped.
We buried it? Who's
Me and,
we?
me and mom.
Mom was there.
your mom buried your poop with you?
I don't know if she buried it or she directed me where to bury it. But
Ew.
Wait, you picked it up and moved it?
Gross.
no,
Direct. You said she directed
alright.
me where to bury
No,
it.
that's not what I meant. That
weird.
came out
Alright.
wrong. Like what
Poor
to bury
mom.
it with. I just remember like my mom pointing out rocks to me, and I was like, okay.
All
and
right.
buried it with rocks. And
That's
buried my.
so weird.
You gotta
We've
go.
had
You
a
gotta
lot
go.
of poop this episode.
The fact that she brought toilet paper, she was like knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what good moms do.
Karina,
Yes.
this is random, but
Okay.
a couple episodes ago, so my sister and mom were talking about this thing that blew her mind, and I was like, "Oh, what's this?" And my sister was like explaining that she just learned that apparently the definition of a blouse for women,
Yeah.
like all of her friends have different definitions of what a blouse is.
Yeah.
So to you, what is a blouse?
Okay. A blouse would be like a nicer type of shirt.
Okay.
That usually has buttons.
Okay, so it has to be
Buttons?
nicer.
Like
A nice
something you'd
shirt,
wear to work.
like I don't know the material. Yeah, something you would wear to work or like
It's like a lighter material,
church or like
Isn't it
Is
like
it
a
like
lighter material kind of?
yeah, lighter material.
Like mom's shirts kind of. The mom
No.
wears to work.
No, that's not a blouse.
Oh.
It's a blouse to me.
No, it's not a blouse.
Like her
So-
leopard print one.
Okay, does it have
No.
to be long sleeve or can it be short sleeve?
It can be short sleeve.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a blouse. Yeah,
See-
it's just like a nicer shirt.
Because according to my sister and my mom, a blouse is any female shirt.
It's like this is
No,
a blouse.
no,
That's
nope.
We looked up the definition.
No.
and
we looked up the definition
It is.
and it says a female upper garment.
No.
So
And
that
then
is a blouse.
and then you look up on Google Images, you look up blouse, there is infinite variety of things.
That's so wrong.
So like if I
So-
took the shirt off my back and you wore it, it'd become a blouse.
That's not right. That's a
I
t-shirt.
don't know.
This is a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
Okay, so but if Kyle wore your blouse,
it's now a shirt.
is it still a blouse? Or does it become a shirt?
But if it's like a super blouse, like that's a blouse, and I'm still wearing it, it's a blouse. But if it's like that shirt, that's a shirt.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but okay.
I was just curious because
That's
apparently
so
a bunch of girls
random.
have
I
different
know.
definitions.
That's so dumb.
It's just like a
Um,
nice shirt.
Why can't you just call it a shirt?
Yeah.
Like, why do you have a different name for it?
I mean,
Blouse.
Yeah. Okay. In Spain, do they? Okay, wait. So, is your job like you don't teach people Spanish? You teach
No.
people English.
Yeah.
And is that
Oh,
what you?
and it's British English.
Whoa! What does that mean?
What?
Can we talk about whoa?
What?
So, in Spain, they learn British English, which makes sense because they're so close.
But I
To
mean, is
England.
that different?
Yes.
I've kind of
Okay.
noticed that like some foreign people kind of have British accents.
So, if I were to say rubbish,
That's rubbish.
if I were to say rubbish, what do you think that is?
Garbage.
Trash.
Yeah, yeah. So they always say like at my school, you know, like where's the rubbish? Like put it in the rubbish.
Yeah.
So I use rubbish, and like it's so weird. Like I would say garbage, and the kids know what I mean, but like
Trash.
they respond to like rubbish or yeah.
So it's not that it's like a different language. It's just different words are the norm for certain things.
Yeah, but there are some grammatical differences. But
Like what? Can you give us an example?
oh, I have a good
Color.
example, but I forgot.
COLOUR.
Well, yeah, spelling can be different, but there's one. I don't remember. it.
It's okay. You might think of it.
Yeah, but
So wait. So what are
Oh.
certain? Oh, what?
if I say rubber, what do you think of?
Rub.
Like plasticky rubber stuff. Like
Like, give me a rubber. I need a rubber. What do you think
Tire.
of? What do you
Tire.
think of though?
A tire. A condom.
Yeah,
oh yeah.
that's like what people use here sometimes, I
Oh.
guess, for like a condom. People say
Okay.
rubber or
Yeah.
whatever. So rubber in British English is eraser.
Hand me the rubber.
So all these kids are like, I don't know where my rubber is, and I'm like, oh my god, like, no.
Can you pass me the rubber? Oh, this one's
like,
used.
Oh, I need can I borrow your rubber? Like, I'm like, oh my god.
That's so
So
funny.
I just say eraser because I don't even
Can't-
want
just
to
can't
say
do it.
that. But
So they know what you're talking about. It's just
yeah, and also like for vacation, all the kids are like, they don't say vacation, they say holiday. So
Okay,
they're
yeah.
like, what'd you do on holiday? And
Yeah.
I'm like, and they say things different, like zebra, they say zebra.
a little. Okay. What about bathroom? Is it the bathroom or is it like
They
Banyo.
say toilet,
Washroom?
toilet.
Oh yeah.
I need to go to the toilet.
You say washroom?
No, washroom. 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 What? What's a bosh
I heard
room?
that.
I don't know. I was just like,
Washroom.
where's the Bosch room? What's
say
some like
toilet.
Spanish slang? Like, you mean,
Ooh.
what are the hip Spanish people saying?
Oh,
It might be a better question for
Yeah, like if
Victor.
yeah.
what's some things that we say that's slang? Like I want to see if there's an equivalent in Spanish.
Oh,
So some of the things like oh that's lit, dude.
I have no idea.
Or
La luz.
No, I don't know. I need to. Yeah,
Does that mean lights?
maybe la luz is light. Yeah.
La luz, dude.
I don't know. Maybe one day my boyfriend can come on and he'll
oh yes.
He'll
Yeah, he'll
give
give
you
us some real
some-
Spanish stuff.
Yeah.
You can give me the authentic, the lowdown. That
he'll give you all the information about Spain, so you could just
I don't know, like the
Learn.
nitty gritty stuff. Like
What does that mean?
I don't know, like the stuff that you like you wouldn't know unless you've been there for a while.
What's the nitty gritty about America?
oh
I don't know.
oh and
Obesity.
Oh my God, yeah. Every like people that I meet over there, the first things they like say about you're from like the U.S. They always talk about Donald Trump and guns.
Oh.
Yep.
That's
And fat.
it and fat.
Like Kim Kardashian, probably. Or no.
No,
Oh.
it's Donald Trump, guns, fat people,
McDonald's.
and like Hollywood,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
and like the South, like
Yeah.
country.
Are they surprised and or impressed when they see an American and you're just like,
In good
fluent?
shape.
No, like
Oh.
you're really good at Spanish. Because I feel like most people, most tourists, obviously don't speak Spanish. So are they like, wow, this is nice. You actually speak
I
my
feel
language.
like in Spain, the people like, if I go to a restaurant and they just look at me, like they'll either they just don't care, they're gonna speak their language no matter what, so they'll just go on in Spanish and it's fine. But a lot of the times they'll just look at me and speak in English
Because you're blonde.
because I just don't. I look nothing like Spanish people.
Yeah.
So I stick out and like, but I feel like in Spain they want to speak their language, and a lot like they didn't start the language program for a while, so a lot of the older people don't speak English. So they're just comfortable speaking Spanish, and so that's what they're gonna do
Yeah.
no matter what. So they kind of expect you to be like,
Yeah.
speak Spanish.
So if someone like a waiter was to come up to you and start speaking in English right off the bat, will you respond in Spanish?
Yes.
So
It
that-
depends. It depends. It depends on how I'm feeling. If I'm
Okay.
like having a good day, feel confident, I will just speak in Spanish, even if they're speaking in English, because I'm
Yeah.
like, I want to practice Spanish.
Yeah.
But if I'm like feeling overwhelmed, having a bad day, and they speak to me in English, I'll just
Then you
talk
speak
in
French.
because I don't really care.
Yeah. Do you feel like so you've been back for a couple months now?
Yeah.
Do you feel like your Spanish gets like rusty if you're not living there?
You can always practice with me.
No. I wouldn't say rusty. I feel like the biggest change is the culture and my day-to-day is so different from Madrid to here. It was like just a shock when I came back. I was like, I don't like this.
Like what's your average day timeline in Madrid versus
Oh my
here?
gosh, it's like using the metro all the time. Walking everywhere. I don't have a car in Madrid, so I
Yeah.
just spent a lot of time like walking, and coming back here, I feel so like lazy, and like the food itself, I feel like, well, I mean, I already know like we put different stuff in our food here, like different
Yeah.
laws. Like I feel worse after eating here, and like
Is the food healthy there? Like traditional Spanish food, is it healthy?
I mean, I wouldn't say like healthy, but produce is like so cheap there. It's like eating healthy is super easy. So, but here I just feel like gross.
Yeah.
And like portions are huge, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy how big portions are here compared to Europe. Like you just
Yeah.
eat all the food there and you're fine.
Yeah.
And here
But,
it's just hard to
but
finish.
I don't know, because like at least at this point in my life, I eat the most I ever have. Like
Yeah.
I eat a lot now. And I worry that if I was to go to a place that has small portions, I'd eat the whole thing and be like still really hungry.
But that's why you get also dessert. Like you have room for dessert. Like how rare is it?
But
Like it's rare that you finish a meal at a restaurant and then you're like, I think I want dessert now.
I mean,
You know what I mean?
I feel like,
not for me.
but it's different because like meal times over there are so long. So like lunch is like a long time. Dinner is meant to be like a few hours.
Okay.
So like you eat a little bit, you drink. You eat a little bit more. It's like healthier, I feel like, that way. But you are eating right before you go to sleep.
And it's kind of a
So it's
whole
weird.
activity as opposed to just sit, eat, do something else.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like we like rush out of restaurants in America, and here or in Europe, they just like don't come to your table.
They like ignore you, and you have to like flag them down, be like, "La cuenta," like the check.
Yeah, we're just like at a restaurant for like hours.
Interesting.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people just walking around at night with their families.
Oh, it's
a lot
so
of old
nice.
ladies
I
just
feel
walk together in
so
groups at night.
Safe in Madrid. I've never felt so safe.
So you don't have to like carry? Do you carry pepper spray?
No,
or anything?
no. I
guns.
feel I could.
Carries a gun.
God, no. No one has like guns in Spain. Ever.
Maybe I wonder maybe that's why you feel safe.
Yeah, but even just at night, like people are just so everyone's out, so I feel like it's fine. Like guys aren't gonna
Not
be
weird.
creepy.
Mm.
But there are a lot of like cat calling just because I look different. Like,
Yeah.
When has that ever worked for someone?
Never.
Hey, sexy lady.
so gross.
They're like, oh, me, sexy lady.
Oh, yeah,
let
dude,
me- I'm gonna go
I'll-
talk to you.
Yeah, it's like nasty.
God.
I don't understand.
Oh, this is random. I was curious. Do you have any memories of like me or Shim, like other than Kyle,
She definitely has memories of Jordan.
of when we hung out, of things that maybe we might not particularly remember?
It's sort of
Like what stands
funny,
out?
like because I was thinking about that, and I just thought like all of Kyle's friends were just like nice.
There we go.
like,
That's awesome.
Seriously, like I don't know, like, and especially like Connor. Connor was the nicest friend.
Yeah.
Like so nice, and I was always so like surprised. Like all your friends were so nice, except for like at lunch in high school.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would like walk by
I know.
someone you know who would
Yeah, I know.
like be so annoying. But I was trying to think. Yeah, I don't really remember anything like that stands out
Okay.
with you. You were nice.
Nothing stood out about you.
No,
You are so incredibly average.
no, not in that way.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
Definitely has memories of Jordan though.
But
like
Jordan,
when
oh my
Paul
gosh.
locks Jordan
oh
in the room
yeah,
with the
okay,
Chucky doll.
that
Oh, were you there?
I was there. Yes.
You were there too, weren't you?
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, Jordan. That was just so funny. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Like
We had this.
that was actually really sad.
My mom had this doll, this like creepy doll from when she was a kid in our closet, and it was around the time when like the Chucky movies were out, and our neighbor Paul, who just would kind of pick on us, I guess, he told Jordan about the movie, and Jordan was like really afraid, and so he showed the doll to Jordan, and Jordan was even more afraid, and then he throws the doll in a room and shoves Jordan in a room, turns off the lights, and locks the door, and you just hear pounding on the door like, no, let me out.
And
then
Jordan could have just turned the lights on.
yeah, I could have
but
turned the lights on.
Yeah.
I think he was in too much of a panic
It
to
was like
realize
it was like
that.
pounding on the door. We're like, no, and then it was like quiet, and then little sobs. Like,
Yeah.
Okay, that's actually really sad, but like it was so funny.
Yeah. So thanks for joining us,
Thanks for-
Karina.
Thanks for clearing the air on some.
Yeah.
Issues.
Yeah, I mean, you were a little bit of a liar, but not like too much of a liar.
It's not that I lied. This is the information that she had given to me.
But like, okay, you can't take everything I say. And,
Yes, I
like,
can.
make-
I can and I will.
Oh, one other thing. Do you have any way to defend yourself in response to the thing about how you licked all of the wheat thins
Oh my-
and then left them in the bowl for Kyle to eat?
Okay. Oh, whoa. Okay. All right. Let me just say.
I don't even want to.
Let me just preface this
'Kay.
by saying Kyle was like obsessed with Hot Pockets.
Yeah.
And I was too. We would eat Hot Pockets for like breakfast.
Big hot
But
pocket guy.
Kyle, like every morning, he would sit in that black chair by the TV, and when he was done with his food, he would just leave the plate.
Yeah. I
And
just didn't clean up
sometimes
after
it was
myself.
just like, just half eaten, like ripped apart, like Hot Pockets, like so gross. Like all the like meatball stuff would just be like
Ew.
everywhere,
That's
and you would leave it there all day.
That's a gross kid.
And there was like times where there were like 5 plates of
Come
like,
on now.
Hot Pockets, and they would
You
just
know,
sit there.
When you're in middle school, you just kind of don't clean up after
No,
yourself.
it's gross.
Did your
I cleaned
mom
up.
not get on your ass about it, or did you just not listen? Like, would she yell
Kind
at
of
you?
both. She wasn't that strict on it.
It was gross.
She'd kind of like tell me like, dude, clean it up.
So like just knowing that Kyle would like leave stuff there all the time. Leave bowls with like chips or like crackers, and so
Most things that I would find there, I assumed that I had left
yeah,
before.
exactly. So Kyle's just like a scavenger. He'll just like eat whatever.
Yeah, like a
So-
vulture.
So yeah, one day because I like love wheat thins and like string cheese,
Yeah,
whatever. It's
okay.
good. So I think I just had that, and there was extra wheat thins left over, and I like was full, but I like salty food. I don't know, and I just like licked the salt off of them.
How many are we talking?
Like, why would you do that?
I don't know.
You just lick.
You've never done that before?
No.
Have you, John?
No, I would do it with if it was like Doritos, maybe, because there's actually
Oh, that's
flavoring.
weird.
Ew.
So, but I feel like wheat thins, there's no like
There's
flavoring.
salt though. Like I
So you really just lick salt.
licked the salt. Yeah.
Like how many wheat thins? Like 20?
It
Or,
was like a
40.
pretty.
No.
It was a
No,
lot of
it was
wheat
like
thins.
20.
And
was like 20.
Did you eat all 20?
Yeah.
That is so gross.
The thing is, like, I started eating them. I was like, oh, these maybe they're a little stale. I think
So
they
you're
just
like, oh,
been-
maybe I just left these out a couple days.
yeah,
too long.
that's what I thought. I was like, huh,
So
Whatever.
basically, we're both gross, and that's that.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, hey, everybody, like we said last episode, everybody had a phase in their life where their hygiene was poor and they were gross.
Yeah.
I feel like Kyle just
Got a little
I'm
more.
not the only one. John told
maybe
a
it's just
story.
boys. I don't know.
I think it's
Yeah.
guys.
I think-
Yeah, it's guys.
Yeah, I never went through a period when I like
Where
didn't
you're gross.
shower. Like
Yeah,
I don't know.
I did.
That's true. Okay. Well, anyways, we're at like an hour 15, so we're gonna wrap it up here. But thank you guys all so much for listening to this episode of Peak to Middle School. I had a lot of fun. I always like when you have a third person on here because it adds a whole
Yeah.
new dynamic.
Yeah.
This was fun.
Yeah.
I want to come back and do ASMR.
Oh. Okay.
Anyways, Kyle, where can they follow you?
You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Kyle Stafford36. Follow the podcast at Pim's Podcast on Instagram and Twitter, and we post clips, and you can see them. And if they're funny, you
Can be like,
can
wow.
be like, "Wow,
I want to go watch the whole episode.
has that ever happened to you, Karina?"
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah, it has. So there you go,
Yeah.
John. Where can they find you?
You can follow me at Hey Narwhal on Twitter and Instagram. And also, if you guys have an iDevice, if you're on Granny's iPad or your iPhone or whatever,
Grampies.
yeah, you can just go on the Apple Podcast app, search Peak to Middle School, go all the way to the bottom, leave a rating and review.
Yes, leave a review.
That'd be super nice.
Karina was one of
Karina?
our first reviews
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I listen to you guys when I'm on the metro on the way to work, and people always look at me because I look different anyways, but there are times I'm just like, I just let out a laugh, and it's just
Oh,
absolutely
there
silent
we
in
go.
there,
That's
and everyone's
awesome.
just like, who are you?
Kyle, we're making laughs around the world.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Worldwide
yeah.
laughs.
You know, like shout out to Victor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does Victor laugh?
He does.
Nice.
So we have multiple laughs
We've
worldwide.
got a couple
Multiple
European
laughs
laughs, like an authentic
worldwide.
European laugh.
Yeah.
And, wow.
Yeah, maybe if we ever start like a company, we'll call it Worldwide Laughs.
Whoa.
Oh.
Whoa.
Whoa.
WWL.
WWL, yeah.
Wow.
Mr. Worldwide. Karina, do you want to be found or no?
Sure.
What's
Okay,
your,
where can they find you?
where can they follow you?
Yeah, just follow my Insta.
Do you know what it is?
What is
I
it?
think it's like Karina with 3 A's.
Karina.
Is there an
yes.
S?
Karina. Yes. Just go to Kyle's.
Fine.
Just go to Kyle's.
Well, it'll
and
be on the
search Karina.
screen.
Oh,
It'll
yeah.
be on the screen so you guys can see, and it'll be linked below the video. So,
Yeah.
Also, she's in pictures on my Instagram.
yes.
So go follow me. Okay.
Anyways, with all that being said, thank you all so much for listening to this episode. If you guys want a full video version, if you're on one of the audio
Oh.
streaming platforms, there's a video on YouTube to accompany every episode, so be sure to check it
It's
out.
worth it.
There's new videos on my personal YouTube channel, The Narwhal, once a month. And with all that being said, we will see you guys on Thursday. Or Monday.
We'll see you someday.